Earth that are brought down by going over a mountain, down sloping off a mountain, or some heavy showers can bring some of those down. So they can come on you just like that.
Yeah, we've got 66,000 customers without power in the Midwest and the East. So it has been a really busy afternoon for us. And we're glad you're here with us. I'm Alex Wilson.
And I'm Dave Schwartz. Now we're tracking strong and damaging wind and rain all the way from the plains to the Carolinas. And on the backside of this storm, the west side, there's snow. We're timing it out to show you exactly when it moves out and what.
Feels like it's in the 20s right now in Minot and Fargo, North Dakota, as well as Minneapolis, Minnesota. Your wind chill right now is 27 degrees. You think that's cold? Wait till you see tomorrow morning. Forecast through the remainder of today and tonight. Look at these wind chill values into the 20s, low 30s in spots, but look what happens out into the Dakotas. We've got wind chills in the teens for early Thursday, so it's going to be very, very cold out there at the bus stops and as you make your way into work. Winds stay gusty tomorrow, so wind chill will again be a factor as we head into the afternoon hours. Through tomorrow, this is the setup. That tight pressure gradient is what's offering up those strong winds, and those winds are coming out of the north, bringing down that colder air. Winds 15 to 30 miles an hour with higher gusts. So it's going to be a breezy day out there. These are the low temperatures for tomorrow morning. 22 Rapid City, 37 for Chicago. But with the wind in play, you have to talk about the feels like temperature, the wind chill factor. Look at that, 19 your feels like temperature in Bismarck and North Platte, 15 the feels like temperature tomorrow morning in Rapid City. It'll be around 26 your feels like temperature for Minneapolis, 27 for Chicago and for Omaha. It's going to be a cold morning tomorrow, Dave. A lot of people will be out there with the big coffee.
You bet, to keep warm, you know. Wind chill is a big deal this time of year.
It is. It's something you really have to consider, not just for knowing what to wear to keep you comfortable, but to keep you safe as well.
Sure. And there is actually a formula to figure it out. It's a little too complicated to get into right now. But as we all know, when it's cold, and it's about 34, 35 in Minneapolis right now, and windy. And
when you've got a wind speed of 20 miles an hour, the feels like temperature is much less than that 34-degree number on the thermometer. It actually feels to you or other living creatures like it's 24 degrees. So the frostbite time goes down to 30 minutes.
Got to stay dry. And you got to stay warm. Well, the rain, wind, the fog, it's all causing hazardous driving in more than a dozen states today. But there's a formula for staying safe behind the wheel, too. We'll explain it after the break. But
for California, we're seeing some rain showers there as well as snow. Much of it, though, focused up into parts of Washington and Oregon. Notice that upper level low, as Dr. Postel calls them, those swirlies you can see on the water vapor imagery. That is that upper level low. And looking at the radar, this is where the rain is falling. Sierras, notice some high elevation snow, or at least a mix. We've got the rain through parts of Washington, Oregon, Idaho, also Nevada and northern sections of Utah. Latest drought monitor will come out tomorrow, but this is last week's exceptional drought. 46% of the state of California. Hopefully some of those recent rains will make those numbers go down a bit. Forecast for the coming days looks like this. Tomorrow we've got rain showers and that mix through parts of the northwest, even getting down into northern sections of Utah and Nevada. By the end of the week, some rain showers into Seattle and Eugene. Snow and rain. We've got wind. We've even got snow and cold in spots. We thank you for watching Weather Center Live. I'm Alex Wilson.
And I'm Dave Schwartz. It is really dramatic here, the weather today, and geeks like us, you know.
We love it.
Hey, we've got an inclement weather trifecta from the Midwest to the East Coast today and tomorrow.
Let's get right to our big impacts in the East, where there is a risk of storms as well as the rain and wind. Dr. Greg Forbes is watching it from the lab.
Thanks.
In an area that's already been deluged. Remember, over the last 7 days, really this weekend, we saw almost a foot, or rather 2 feet of rain in spots south of Dallas, 18 to 24 inches in that light shade of pink, 8 to 12 inches anywhere you see the red. So there was all sorts of flooding problems, not just for Texas, but into Louisiana and Mississippi as well. Thunderstorms back in the area. This is Saturday's forecast. Notice South Texas all the way up towards the Oklahoma, Arkansas, even Oklahoma, Missouri state line. We'll watch for spotty damaging winds and hail from these, and of course the threat for more wet weather. Gulf moisture overspreading the region as we head into the weekend. So Friday will be the main threat area, or threat day, I should say, for this part of the country to see the wet weather. As this area of low pressure gets moving east, the moisture spreads east into the weekend. That rain chance will go along with it. So parts of the southeast will begin to see that rainfall threat amp up. Friday, rain and thunderstorms from Kansas all the way down into South Texas. On Saturday, we'll watch the Midwest through parts of the Southeast, talking Louisiana, Mississippi. By Sunday, that's when the Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama will see their best chance of rain and thunderstorms. Notice showers, though, back towards western sections of Tennessee and Arkansas, down through Louisiana and as far north as the Northeast and New England. So end of the weekend will be a little soggy in spots. Houston, Texas, forecast looks like this. Friday, you've got afternoon thunderstorms. Still hit or miss thunderstorms in the cards for your Saturday. That's Halloween, so make sure you are looking at the radar before the kids head to any trick-or-treating activities. Sunday, mix of sun and clouds with temps in the mid-70s. Tropical update time. This is what we've got in the Eastern Pacific. Whole lot of nothing. No areas to watch there and nothing to keep an eye on in the Atlantic. But there is something in the world that we are watching as far as the tropics go, and it's in the Arabian Sea. There it is. Not difficult to pick that feature out. And this is the latest track on this, where we expect this to go. When we look at the US GFS model, it's going to be tracking northwest, and it could really intensify as it does so by late Sunday, early next week. This is going to be approaching Oman, Yemen. There's Saudi Arabia there. So this is something that's definitely worth watching in this part of the world, as it could be a stronger tropical system by then, Dave. Countdown of the top 5 scariest Halloween forecast this weekend. What do you say we recap the top 5, though, in case you've missed it?
Yes, good idea. A wonderful, wonderful place to spend the night. Not the day, but the night.
Bat Cave, North Carolina. That's where you're hanging out.
Perfect.
That's where you sleep. Or you sleep in a, maybe in the Devil's Ladder.
Yeah. Hey, Weather Underground's coming up right next.